The chapter describes God as portion, as inheritance, as enough. And then it speaks of something rarely welcomed in our culture. It is good to wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. Wait quietly. Not fix quickly, not rush forward, not numb the ache with distraction. Wait. There is a Sabbath embedded in that command, a stopping of inner striving, a resting of anxious thought, a surrender of the need to force resolution. The Sabbath of the soul is not about doing less. It is about carrying less. Lamentations 3 says, "It is good to bear the yoke while young, to sit alone in silence, to put one's mouth in the dust. There may yet be hope." These are not images of defeat. They are images of humility. The Sabbath of the soul begins when we stop arguing with reality and begin entrusting it to God. The chapter reminds us that though the Lord brings grief, he will show compassion. Though he allows affliction, he does not afflict from the heart. He does not delight in pain. He does not take pleasure in crushing. This is not random suffering. This is not careless hardship. There is mystery here, but there is not cruelty. Lamentations 3 acknowledges that life can feel unjust, that systems fail, that people wound, that oppression exists. But it also reminds us that the Lord sees, that nothing escapes his notice, that injustice is not invisible in his courts. And still, the call is not to frantic reaction. It is to examination. Let us examine our ways and test them, and let us return to the Lord. The Sabbath of the soul includes repentance, not self-condemnation, but realignment. Returning, not racing ahead. The chapter ends not with perfect resolution, but with prayer. It ends with appeal, with asking God to see, to remember, to respond. Lamentations 3 does not tie everything in a neat bow. It leaves space, and that space is sacred. The Sabbath of the soul is not a day off from life. It is a pause within it. It is the refusal to carry tomorrow before it arrives. It is a decision to stop rehearsing worst-case scenarios. It is the humility to admit, I am tired. And the courage to say, but I will wait. Waiting is not weakness here. It is strength that trusts timing. The writer of Lamentations 3 does not deny the weight of sorrow. He acknowledges it fully. And then he chooses to remember mercy. New every morning. Not stored up from yesterday. Not borrowed from tomorrow. New. Which means you do not have to carry yesterday's grief into today's breath. You do not have to solve the whole story at once. The Sabbath of the soul is built on this truth. God's faithfulness does not hurry, it renews. And if his mercy is new this morning, then you can rest here. Not because everything is fixed, not because everything is clear, but because the Lord is your portion, and that is enough for today. The Sabbath of the soul is not escape from sorrow. It is rest within it. It is the quiet decision to stop striving for emotional resolution and instead lean into faithful presence. Today is not about pretending you are strong. It is about remembering that his mercies are. Not about manufacturing hope, but calling it to mind. Let the soul breathe. Let the striving soften. Let the waiting begin. Because even here, especially here, his mercies are new.